It's fun to be inquisitive. Be nosy, stick to your passion, find out more for yourself. Quest is fun. Join me, 13 years old Tristan Pang, on a journey of inspiration. Welcome to Youth Voices. Hello everyone, welcome to my program. This is your host Tristan Pang on Planet FM 104.6, Youth Voices. So I did 2 talks this month at Manuira High School and Dilworth School about growth mindset and my style of learning, which I called free-range learning. So I hope you'll be inspired and join me as a free-range learner. So here's the talk. Hello everyone. It's a great honor to be able to share with you today. As Mr. Patterson has just mentioned, I'm 14 years old and studying at the University of Auckland. I'm now majoring in maths and physics, and this semester I'm taking 4 courses, 2 maths, 1 physics and 1 statistics. It's a lot of fun, and I'm also admitted to the Science Scholar program, which is for very keen science students who are aiming high, and also I have a very good chance to connect with the very top scientists in New Zealand. Besides my academic work, I give speeches, write articles, produce videos for Tristan's Learning Hub, and produce and host a radio program called Youth Voices with Tristan Pang. I'm also the webmaster of a few websites, and I'm also a St. John cadet and a squad member of a swimming club. So my days are very full on. So today, I would like to share with you my journey. I started studying part-time at the University of Auckland when I was 12, and I was fully admitted to the university study full-time when I was 13. And I'll graduate with a Bachelor of Science degree by the age of 16, and aim to complete my PhD by the age of 21. So afterwards, I aim to remain in the academia to teach and continue my research. Some of you may be thinking, are you crazy? A 14-year-old child should be doing year 10 at school. The teachers will arrange everything, such as what to learn and what to do. Other than that, it's just play. Lots of playtime and hanging around with friends. And who will bother to do so many extra things? And who will care about the future? It will be arranged anyway. Yes, the schools will provide us with the appropriate knowledge and learning resources. And yes, we'll keep moving forward if we just do what we are told. Tomorrow will still come. So does next week, next month, next year. But is that all we want? For me, I want more. I want to be in control of my own destiny. So, how did I get to this stage? Well, it's a combination of a whole bunch of factors. A passion for learning, determination, clear goals, good time management, hard working, and accepting the challenges. With those things, I believe I can follow my dream and achieve my goals, and finally, make a difference in the world. You may think, yes, you just said a whole bunch of factors. That means it's not easy. So if one of them fails, then everything will collapse. But did you notice that I said, I believe? That is the key word. That is the core statement that keeps me going. Because of I believe, all the factors will not fail. If I didn't believe in myself, if I don't believe I can do something out of the ordinary, I won't be able to do it. But I know that if I believe I can, then I can.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night.
Let me share with you an experience about mindset, which I've never actually mentioned in any of my talks before. I self-learned, sat the Cambridge International exams as a private candidate, and achieved almost everything in the university entrance when I was 12, 2 years ago. But there was still one exam I kept delaying, and I was not very confident with it. And this was the A-level English. If I got that, then I can be fully qualified to study full-time at the university. The entrance requirements are numeracy, literacy, and a few other subjects, and a rank score of 170. I got maths and some other subjects like physics and geography, and I well exceeded the rank score requirement as well. I could still take classes as a part-time student, but I wanted to be a normal full-time student, and I know I need to sit the English exams. There's no other way. At the very beginning, I was really worried because language is a very different subject. Not like other subjects, which is like once you understand it, you have no problem in writing the exam. But language is something you need to keep practicing. And besides, life experience is also very crucial for good writing. I thought, how could I do as good as those who are 6 years older than me? And also, my parents are not native English speakers. They couldn't help me. Then I kept on and on and on, finding hundreds of excuses for myself. until I ran out of ideas. Suddenly, a quote came out from my mind. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I am possible. Yes, why should I worry? Why should I let the negative thoughts conquer me? The things I have done so far were things that most people think impossible, but I still have done it. Why am I so worried? Why do I let a bunch of terrible thoughts hold me back? So, without delay, I registered for the exam in February last year for the May exams. There were only 3 months to go, but I didn't think too much. To keep reminding myself how hard the exam is, it will do more harm than good. I just treated it like the other exams. As usual, I just set goals for the exams, estimated the total hours I need to achieve it, break it down into small tasks, then allocate them into my daily planner. I worked very hard as normal, and I did all the available past papers I could find from the internet. I did 10 years of past papers. I got someone who's very experienced with the exam to give comments to me on every single paper. My writing kept improving. The results came out in July, and I was delighted to know that I got the grade that I set for myself. So now, I would like to tell you a story. Are you ready for it? Yes? So here we go. This parable is told of a farmer who owned an old donkey. The donkey fell into the farmer's well. The farmer heard the donkey praying, or whatever donkeys do when they fall into wells. After carefully assessing the situation, the farmer sympathized with the donkey, but decided that neither the donkey nor the well was worth the trouble of saving. Instead, he called his neighbors together, told them what was happening, and asked them to help throw dirt to bury the old donkey in the well and put him out of his misery. Initially, the donkey was hysterical, but as the farmer and his neighbors continued shoveling and with the dirt hitting his back, a thought struck him. It suddenly dawned on him that every time a shovel load of dirt landed on his back, he would shake it off and step up. This he did, blow after blow, shake it off and step up, shake it off and step up, shake it off and step up. He repeated to encourage himself. No matter how painful the blows or how distressing the situation seemed, the old donkey fought panic and just kept right on it, shaking it off and stepping up. It wasn't long before the old donkey, battered and exhausted, stepped triumphantly over the wall of the well. What seemed to bury him actually helped him, all because of the manner in which he handled his adversity. So that's life. If we face our problems and respond to them positively, and refuse to give in to panic, bitterness, or self-pity, we will succeed and overcome these problems. An author, Stephen King, once wrote, "You can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, you will." Despite what's going on in your mind, you're absolutely capable of doing anything. You can because you are. You should because life is short. Don't let the less than perfect thoughts hold you back. Just like the old donkey, we have to shake it off and step up. You finally get what you want. Everyone knows free-range chicken is better than the cage one. Other than the animal welfare issues, it's because it tastes better and has high nutritional value, as they can run around more freely. Chickens confined to shared cages inside warehouses don't engage in their natural behaviors, such as foraging and flapping their wings. They're restricted and they're not happy or healthy. I call my learning style free-range learning. I like to explore things myself and do not like to be restricted by the curriculum and syllabus. I had this experience recently. I started learning piano when I was 5. Although I received outstanding results from the graded exams, honestly speaking, I did not enjoy it. I had to follow the piano teacher's instructions on how to sit, how to position my hands on the piano, and how to follow the musical notes exactly. I barely practiced as I found it repetitive. I thought music should be creative, but I never felt that way. I quit when I was 11. Last year, I got an electric keyboard. This time, I had no teacher and no music books. I can now play freely and surprisingly, I'm hooked on it. I play songs my way and I create music. After playing music for 6 years, I finally can feel the sense of being in the moment when playing an instrument. I am immersed in inspiration and I forget my own existence. Is this the right way to learn? I suppose so. What motivates people to be persistent in their tasks? I believe it is through passion, discovered through natural curiosity, or nurtured through early enjoyable experiences. And now, I don't mind to have the keyboard teacher to give me a proper lesson, as I know how enjoyable it can be when playing music. From my experience, I realized that free-range learning could be far more effective in unlocking someone's full potential. Taking the academic pressure off can help me become more interested in the subject for its own sake. That's the reason why I started my education pathway before I was 2. I knew nothing about what year levels meant. I simply ignored them and kept exploring upwards in a very in-depth manner. And when I was nearly 5, I started to go through the maths topics from year 1 book to the year 13 book. As a result of continually exploring, I finished all 13 levels in just a couple of weeks. I always spend extra time searching deeper and exploring the reasons behind any particular topic. Learning in each theme can become more easily understandable. When I was at school, or even now in the university, it may only require me to spend about 1 hour on the homework assignment, but I normally spend an extra 2 hours researching the same topic for my own interest, above and beyond the homework requirement. Reading around and beyond the subject can develop an in-depth understanding of the topic, rather than just covering the basics. When you go to school and attend the classes, you find it more enjoyable as you have already researched on the topic and the teachers are confirming and reinforcing what you have just learnt. It will give you a greater sense of achievement. And teachers are a great resource for helping you to make clear of any topic. And believe me, you easily get the top marks with this method and attitude. This is the secret of my success. I strongly believe that learning will be easier if we can explore the subject for ourselves before going into a proper lesson. I'm sure no one needs to struggle with their studying anymore with this free-range learning. Oh, time is running out. So remember, believe in yourself. Most things are flexible. Anything can be improved through learning and work. Things will be better if you have a growth mindset. It's the key to success and happiness. Hope you have a good day. Please feel free to write to me. info@tristanslearninghub.org. So talk to you soon. Goodbye. Don't forget to tune in next month at 2:10 p.m. And if you want to listen to my other shows, please go to my website www.questisfun.org.nz/youthvoices. So for today, that's it from me, Tristan Pang. Thanks for listening. I welcome your feedback and your support of the program. Please write to me on Facebook or email me to youthvoicesnz@gmail.com. Don't forget to like Youth Voices with Tristan Pang on Facebook. Have a good week. Good night, world. Join me again for another exciting program next month on the first Wednesday at 2:10 p.m. or listen anytime online at planetaudio.org.nz/youthvoices or listen to the archive on my website www.questisfun.org.nz/youthvoices. Youth Voices.